My name is Greg Smith, and my wife and I do training in water, sanitation, and hygiene for various organizations. So we often describe ourselves, or have been described, as high-impact volunteers, where we work in areas that don't have a lot of knowledge in sanitation and hygiene and clean water, and they need that in order to provide healthy lives for themselves. So we spend time in countries around the world for a couple of organizations, one called Water Missions International, and another one called Life Water International, mostly doing training in water, sanitation, and hygiene. We're sort of in a train-the-trainers program where we would be asked to go into a small village perhaps in a country or into a larger organization and provide them some basic tools that they can use to go to talk to all the local people about the specifics of hygiene, water, clean water, sanitation. Many places in the world don't really understand things that we take for granted. So the kind of teaching we're doing is pretty basic, but so are the needs pretty basic.
I enjoy the global work that I do, and really I came to doing this work because of one particular moment in time, like 15 years ago. We were traveling to Costa Rica and the plane stopped in Guatemala City. And I still remember looking out that plane window at the squatters village that was all of the, lean-to kind of houses that were underneath the plane. I still remember my first real look at third world living conditions and being really surprised and thinking, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything. I've not seen, a place like this where people were living. And so that moment, like 15 years ago, kind of planted a seed of, wow, I guess there's a lot out there I don't know, a lot of needs, undoubtedly. Just realizing, that people in third world countries, they really have the same agenda as we do. They want their kids to grow up and be educated and be healthy, and they have a lot of pride in their family. And so just knowing that you can touch people's lives and make a positive impact, I think is what motivates me.
Well, the Global Switchboard, of course, wants to engage small organizations in Pittsburgh. We don't have the opportunity to meet other people with similar global engagement kind of issues. And by being part of the Global Switchboard, we've been able to meet some of those kind of people. And can't say it has a large impact on the water, sanitation, hygiene that we're doing, but it certainly has an impact on understanding what other people are doing in the Pittsburgh area, and maybe some good ideas on how to deal with some of the issues we're dealing with.
Great.
Pittsburgh's a pretty insular community because of its geography and because of its history, and there are more immigrants coming to here, which is a form of global engagement. I mean, there are some organizations that reach out, but I wouldn't say it's huge. I think because of the geography where it is, and because of the mentality of the 90 neighborhoods in Pittsburgh, and everybody lives in their own little neighborhood, it's hard to sometimes break through that and get out of that box.
Greg and I talk all the time about how we feel like Pittsburgh, it has a strong pulse.
Yeah.
And it feels like it is getting stronger as time goes on. I just feel like Pittsburgh is, wherever I look, there are new things, new buildings, new ideas, new people. I just feel like the city is really alive and thriving.
Well, hopefully we're one little tiny piece of helping people around the world become healthy by increasing their knowledge about clean water, the needs of clean water, the needs of proper hygiene, and the needs of proper sanitation. So that's what we're trying to accomplish.